Welcome back to Shorts Behind the Sports. We're here with Mackenzie Brown, who is a triplet. Mackenzie, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I am a senior here at Eastern. My major is psychology.
So thank you, Mackenzie. Please tell us a little bit about your siblings.
So I have three, Camden and Garrett, which I'm the triplet with, and then I have the oldest brother, Colton.
Awesome. And do your brothers go here? Where do they go to school?
So I go to school here with Camden and Garrett, and then Colton is graduated. Colton is 24.
Gotcha. And tell us a little bit about what life was like being a triplet.
Being a triplet is definitely something I will never take for granted. Growing up, I was the ringleader of all the trouble we have ever gotten into with our parents. Of course, being the only girl in the family, being a triplet was very different. I definitely am able to handle myself in most situations just because of growing up around guys.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Definitely. And seeing that you don't have a sister, how do you feel about that? Even just in general.
So when I was younger, I used to always want a sister because it's more close, it's someone to talk to about girl stuff, but I think not having a sister has only built my bond with my mom even more because we're in a house full of boys. Obviously, most boys don't really know how to take care of things very well.
Right, yep. That's awesome, though. That's definitely a good little bond to have. So how was it with schedules, school, sports, coordinating all that with the three of you?
So I think my parents finally decided, obviously we all wanted to play some sort of sport. We actually started off with t-ball. Me, Camden, Garrett, and Colin all played t-ball.
Nice.
And then obviously when I got to the age where we really couldn't, we did powder puff. I did powder puff, the boys did actual tackle football.
Very cool.
And then we finally decided lacrosse, all of us. I think that was more so my parents deciding because there was 4 different athletic schedules and there's only 2 of them.
Yep.
So it was definitely a smart decision on their part.
Yeah, very convenient for them, which they definitely would have needed, yeah. And how about your friends? Did you have the same friend group as your brothers? How was that?
We shared a common friend group of who's on the women's lacrosse team and the men's lacrosse team. But I think throughout high school we kind of went our different ways when it came to friends because I was very much a quiet little bee in a huge 600 class high school.
Yeah. Gotcha. And would you say that there was any competitiveness with you guys growing up?
Yeah, we tackled each other, we punched each other, we slapped, we were awful to each other. And I only realized that going into college that we were so bad that I blessed my parents' hearts through everything we put them through now.
Understandable, yeah. And what do you think was the best part about being a triplet and then the worst part of being a triplet?
I would say the best part is knowing that at the end of the day, I have my brothers behind me supporting all of my decisions. The worst part is, even though I'm just a sister, it feels like I'm more than a sister. I don't know why. I think it's just because my parents put it in us that we need to take care of each other.
Yeah.
So now in college, I'm you have food for dinner, clothes on your back, make sure you guys are good.
Right, like a mother
and then
figure
I'm good.
Almost.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really good to have with your siblings, 100%. And did you have any favorite memories with them, kind of going off that?
Besides lacrosse memories, I would think just when we were very young, we would cause so much mayhem. And I think looking back that we're all 22 now, I can laugh at how awful we were. And I just think the whole process of you're young, you make stupid mistakes, and then as you get older, you're why would we do that to each other?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotcha. And so you said you transferred from U.S. Lowell, and your brothers came to Eastern. How was that being separated from them at first?
It was awful. I think when we were in high school, obviously we we wake up, we see each other, we go to bed, we see each other. They're right down the hallway at home. And then when we get to college, I felt like I was like now an only child, you know, like I didn't have my brothers with me.
Yeah.
And it was the biggest culture shock I have ever had.
Yeah.
Not being able to have that like close-knit contact with them anymore.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, definitely like a huge difference. So once you transferred to Eastern, how has your dynamic and relationship changed with your brothers now that you're together at college?
I am very much protective, and I'm very much, like I said before, I want the best for them, but it's hard for me not to like, I cannot sit back and just let things happen. I'm very much like, are you good? Do you have everything you need? Like, what do you need help with? You need help with homework? I can help you, you know? Mm-hmm. And I think I'm very protective over people I love, and my brothers will always come first when it comes to that stuff.
Sounds like they're very lucky to have you. And I guess going more into a lighthearted topic, what are some stereotypes that you may have faced as a triplet or heard or anything you're just like, oh my gosh?
Oh, that's hard. A lot of people think like with twin, telepathy.
Yeah.
They think that we all think the same.
Right.
But me and my brothers have 1,000% totally different mindsets about everything.
Yeah.
So that's definitely first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, definitely. I was kind of anticipating that answer, I guess. Yeah. And meant to mention it before, but are triplets or twins, do they run in your family? Is this like kind of a...
So my aunt on my dad's side had twins, and then my oldest brother through natural birth was a twin, but he passed away when he was a baby. And then my parents did IVF and had triplets, so we are kind of cold shock to the entire family.
Yeah. Even like you mentioned, like it's a small percentage of that happening, right?
It's very, like, I don't really know much about IVF, but it was definitely, like, finding out about it, it was...
That's
I felt
crazy.
It made everything feel a little bit different when
Yeah.
it came to being a triplet.
For sure, yeah. And I guess just wrapping up, do you think that being a triplet has impacted who you are or how you experience life?
I wouldn't have it any other way, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather have my brothers than... I'm very grateful for my brothers, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to even have siblings, just to experience life with.
Definitely. And I love to hear that. That's really great. Mackenzie, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Best of luck this semester and this season, and we'll see you guys next time on Shores Behind the Sports.
Thank you.